Talk is going to be on the four last things: death, judgment, hell, and heaven. I'm going to start out just giving some of the definitions of each one, and I'll work my way up from there. Death. Definition: the act of or fact of dying, or according to Webster's dictionary, just the death of an organism, or just your system, your body system. And death for some people, as in like people who, worldly people who are attracted to the world, just they fear death. They're all worried about all their treasures on earth and how, basically their will and who gets this and that, They're all worried about what they have, and they're not doing it the other way around. They're worrying about their worldly life instead of their spiritual life, which is more important. And that's what the worldly person's more thinking about. It's just about himself, and other people. I think I mentioned this last week, and I got that out of the Bread of Life book. And people are the saints, were wishing to die, a good death and everything, but just so they could get to heaven sooner and everything. And also, death is this is where the body separates from the soul and goes, on the day of judgment will either go to heaven, hell, purgatory. And the best way to prepare for your death is there's a couple things. You can always go to confession, obviously, and go however often you need to, depending if you're good all the time or bad. And it doesn't always hurt to go, like what we're doing twice a week or something, So you need confession, and also if you're sick, you need, you got the opportunity to have the last rites given to you. And it's also a real treat if you don't die, because then you have extreme unction or anything. Also, there's the Eucharist, receiving that daily or weekly on Sunday, everything. Jump into judgment. When I was looking on the Catholic Encyclopedia on the internet, there was many scriptures, passages that talked about Judgment Day. I think I only have one in here because there was a lot to choose from. But we know that there will be a Judgment Day from those scripture passages, and also from the Nicene Creed that we, say on Sundays and weekdays. It says and he will come again to judge the living and the dead. So we can get it from that and from the scriptural passages that there will be a judgment day and we're going to be judged by God. And whenever we die and it's judgment day, we're going to hear him coming, because whenever he comes, he's going to be coming with his glory and his majesty and all of his angels, and they're going to be sounding their trumpets, and the earth is going to shake, and everybody's just going to be coming up, and we're all going to be judged, and we're going to be faced with all the good things and the bad things that we did. God's going to be judging us, and we're just going to see everything that we did and didn't do, things that we could have done. And he's going to be the most. We see all these judges on TV and everything. Wow, they can sort of lighten the sentence or nothing, but God is. You're either going one place or the other, and you're going to be accountable for everything that you've done. And I was thinking about for people who don't know God or something, and they die and then they're judged, and well, I didn't know about this, or depending on if they led a good or bad life, where they're going to go from there. But just the fact that they didn't know God at all, here they're faced with God and all of his angels, and they're like, who are they or something? They just didn't know. But then again, for someone who did know and just believed in heaven and hell and everything and just didn't do anything about it. And also, the better you spend your life on earth, worshiping God, doing everything you're supposed to, or, leading a good life, you can commit all these, venial sins and never commit a mortal sin in your life, and you can, still get to heaven. And then, or, you can not do that and just, even be even better than that, don't commit any venial sins, and be glorified even better in heaven, have a better place. And then, one of the disciples asked Jesus, I think it was out of the Gospel of Matthew, but they're asking him, when will Israel or something be, when will the day Israel be free of like the Romans or something, when will, I don't know if it was like the judgment day or something, but, he said, the day of the Lord will come, like a thief in the night. You always have to be ready. You have to be prepared, because you don't know when God is coming. Let's get going. I'm going to go into hell now, talk about it. I haven't been there personally. Basically, hell is a place that God created because of the fall of man, the sin of Adam and Eve. And basically he created that place for all the bad angels. And it's out of the definition again, a place where sinners and unbelievers and the guilty ones and the devils live and go for their punishment forever, for eternal, for just forever. I mean, you think your soul lasts forever, and then here you're going to either spend it in heaven or hell forever, and you're going to be feeling those pains and the fires of hell just forever, or you can be, with God for all eternity. That was my part on hell. Heaven. There's a couple of different names for heaven in the Bible. I got like the kingdom of heaven, the house of the Father, paradise, crown of justice, and the term heaven has come to designate both the happiness and abode of just in the next life. And I guess the theologians were sort of talking back and forth, and also just for other people, they're bringing out a place where heaven is. It's, a place, some people thought it was a place on earth or in the sky or whatever, but the theologians, I guess, thought that it held that theologians hold that the heaven of the blessed is a special place with definite limits. This place is held to exist, not within the earth, but in accordance with the expressions of Scripture, without and beyond its limits. And this is where God and all of His saints dwell. And this is also, this should want you to get to heaven if you been with, like, let's say your grandparents and you love them so much and they died, you should want, and you just think that they let it probably in heaven, because they were so nice to you or whatever, but you should want to meet them one day too, but you're gonna have to act like they did and just be nice and everything to you and lead a good life. Same thing, and you want to obviously go for Jesus too, more than them. I missed that part on hell, but that's it.
I like having the best.